Our active volcanoes also contribute to our seismic activity. Because of that, the earthquake risk is the greatest on the island of Hawaii.
The southern part of the Hawaii Island would be the strongest shaking, and it will diminish to the northwest. Even though we know a lot about earthquakes and where they occur and why they occur in Hawaii, we still can't predict them, except for the long-term prediction, such as we will probably have a magnitude 7 to 8 earthquake every 100 years.
The great majority of earthquakes in Hawaii are not damaging ones.
The truly damaging ones, the ones in the 7 to 8 range, maybe high 6s to 7s to 8s, occur much more infrequently, every few tens of years. So we all should be aware that these things happen on an island made of active volcanoes, but we certainly don't let our day-to-day lives be restricted by them.
If you feel an earthquake and you're outdoors,
you should get in a clear area, and if you don't want to fall down, you should probably just get down to the ground.
Indoors, standard advice is to drop, cover, and hold.
Which means you drop to the floor, you try to find cover under a heavy desk, and you hold on to the desk because the desk may move during a really big earthquake. The other thing to be aware of, many people come here to go to the beach, and if you're at the coast and you feel an earthquake that makes it difficult to stand, you should move inland immediately.
That leads us to tsunamis, more specifically, locally generated tsunami waves. Jim had great advice. If you feel the earth shake, move inland immediately. Gerard Fryer, a geophysicist with the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center, echoes that.
Get away from the shoreline and start moving immediately, because the tsunami will arrive in just a few minutes. If you're on another island and there's a big earthquake on the big island, the tsunami will reach you, depends on how far away. It'll take like 20 minutes to get to Maui, 30 minutes to get to Oahu, 40 minutes to get to Kauai.
If that's the case, the warning system will sound within 3 minutes of the earthquake.
The first thing that a visitor needs to know, or would like to know, I think, is that we have a warning system, and I think it works very well. We haven't missed any events. Not one. Most popular beaches, you're going to hear a siren, so you'll feel a little bit of shaking, probably not enough. You'll say, what's that? Is that an earthquake? And then within about a minute or so, siren's going to go off.
In remote areas where you might not hear a siren, be tuned in to nature's warning signs. The first, a big earthquake that knocks you off your feet. If the ocean suddenly recedes or surges inland, or if you see any type of unusual ocean activity, move inland and head to high ground right away.
If it's a tsunami coming from across the ocean, which is by far the most dangerous and by far the commonest, there will be at least 3 hours of warning. On TV reports, you'll be told when the tsunami will arrive. We know to very great accuracy when the tsunami, we've got it correct within, say, 10 minutes. So you know how long you have.
With a distant tsunami event, a tsunami watch, advisory, or warning will be posted. An advisory means you need to get out of coastal areas. Sirens will not sound, but first responders will be clearing beaches.
For a tsunami watch, the sirens do not sound. And a tsunami watch will always be, it will either be upgraded to a warning or it will be canceled. Then we have a tsunami warning, which means you have to evacuate.
First thing, find out if you're in a tsunami evacuation zone. Look in the phone book or go to scd.hawaii.gov.
And try to find out what the hotel policy is.
Most high-rises, including hotels, are reinforced concrete and safe for vertical evacuation.
If you're going to move vertically in your building, we want people at the 3rd floor or above. Even the videos that you have seen from say, Thailand in 2004 or Japan in 2011, even there, the message from the videos is that high-rise buildings are safe, because people filmed from high-rise buildings and they survived. If you're not in the evacuation zone, then you don't need to move. Once you've moved inland, out of the evacuation zone, you've gone far enough.
When they come ashore, tsunami waves are nothing like the surf waves you see here behind me. Even the biggest waves on the north shore of Oahu are never more than 25 seconds apart. They run up the beach, they flood a little inland, and they run back down. Tsunamis, on the other hand, are more like 20 minutes apart.
So it's a very low or a very broad wave. In fact, when the front edge of the wave first hits the beach, the crest of the wave is over the horizon. You can't see it. So it's miles away. So if you're standing on the beach, there's nothing to tell you how high the water's going to get. It's deceptive. It's almost seductive. There's something interesting going on, and it looks like it's not threatening. But then wave number 3 comes along and gets you. When I talk to survivors, the one thing they always tell me is that you have to tell them that a tsunami is more than one wave. Sometimes they sort of grab me by the shirt and shake. You've got to tell them it's more than one wave. So I'm telling you, it's more than one wave.
After a tsunami event, power lines might be down, roads damaged, and lots of dangerous debris. Wait to hear that the all clear has been issued for your particular county.
Know what island you're on. So when they say Kauai County has announced an all clear, don't assume that if you're on Maui that the all clear applies to you.
And remember, dangerous currents can exist for days after the tsunami.